Welcome back. The Manatee County School Board is moving forward with a tentative budget plan for the next school year. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo has the latest on what was discussed at last night's board meeting.
It was unanimous throughout the board, approving a $608 million spending plan. Superintendent Dr. Diana Green says the board is attempting to accomplish stability.
This is our third straight year meeting the state mandated fund balance, and our desire is to move beyond the state mandate 3% and get into a space where, one, we're comfortable with having a fund balance that could support the district.
Stability within the schools as well.
We're also wanting to stabilize our class sizes, ensuring that our schools have all the positions that they need to meet class size.
Changes to the student progression plan was also approved by the board. According to parent Amy Lee, it was a step in the right direction.
Based on the final product, it really is imperative that we maintain local control of as much of the public education policy as we possibly can.
Also, Bradenton Elementary School, Just for Girls, will no longer operate as a charter school due to its 2 consecutive Fs for a school grade. But a decision was made to transition it to an alternative school.
We want to find services for students that are having they come from challenging environments, they have challenges that they are facing, that we can provide for young girls.
And the development director of Just for Girls says the decision made was an important one.
Because we're at a crossroads right now with education, between students, parents, educators, administration. We need to find a better system. We need to work to correct and alter our currently flawed system so that these vulnerable populations don't fall through the cracks.
That's Dwayne Lindo reporting. Sarasota Police Department is looking for a few good volunteers. Right now, the department has about 70 volunteers, but they say they still need more. Volunteers help with all sorts of tasks, everything from administrative duties to walking patrols and parking enforcement. The volunteers are vital because it can free up officers, allowing them to conduct more patrols and investigations.
The different ways that they help us allow a police officer to go back on the road and do what he's supposed to do while perhaps the volunteer will block an intersection or do some paperwork administratively, anything we can to take a support role.
I work downtown for most of my adult life in Sarasota, so I know the community, I know the people, and I enjoy interacting with them.
Volunteers have to go through a background check and then take part in training before being out on the road. Those interested should contact the police department. Sarasota County is considering changing its rules on backyard chickens. The current code allows people to keep chickens in limited situations in residential estate zoning districts. The county is looking at expanding that code to include residential single-family zoning districts. The county will host 2 public workshops on the debate next week. The first one will be Tuesday, August 2nd at the County Administration Center in downtown Sarasota, and the second happens at the R.L. Anderson Administration Center in Venice. Both meetings will start at 6 o'clock. Waste Pro is expanding its operations here on the Suncoast. The company holding a groundbreaking ceremony today for its new recycling processing center. The $10 million facility will be built on 15th Street near the Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport. Waste Pro plans to install recycling sorting equipment and purchase more natural gas-powered recycling trucks in an effort to be more environmentally friendly. The center is expected to process about 2,000 tons a month. Waste Pro Manatee plans to be fully functional by October. The Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall in Sarasota will now be able to give students more opportunities thanks to a new grant, a $25,000 grant from AT&T. It will go towards a project meant to help teens improve communications. It's hoped improvisation lessons will help middle and high school students prepare for their future careers. The grant also supports scholarships for students to attend the Improvised Shakespeare Company at the Van Wezel. Get another check on the weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Hi, Bob.
Hi, some areas getting some cooling showers and some thunderstorms right now. Scott, most of the area remaining dry across the peninsula. However, the most action, I think, across the state, really right here along Sarasota. You can see that line. We had an earlier shower move through, and then this line really intensifying as it makes its way off to the west and expanding northward toward Lakewood Ranch. So right now, the heaviest rain by far near Venice, stretching, looks like toward the east near Laurel. Some heavy rainfall near the Venetian, some lightning strikes, quite a few well east of the interstate, but notice the few out ahead of the heavy rainfall, so keep that in mind, even though you may not be getting the rainfall right now in Siesta. Also Turtle Beach as well as into Casey Key. Lightning strikes can occur out ahead of the storm, especially if it's moving in that direction. So keep that in mind. There's some areas that may be impacted by the storm here in a little bit. 602 Gulfgate Estates, which seems to be missing a lot of the rainfall. May not with this one. I don't think so. If this falls apart before it reaches Gulfgate, there's definitely something up there. But right now, the heaviest rainfall by far east of the interstate, but rain still occurring near Venice, Nokomis, heading toward Palmer Ranch. Some of that could be heavy at times as it makes its way off toward the west. And one lone shower there. You can see that activity not all that intense in the Lakewood Ranch. It was a little stronger just about an hour ago. Again, that's moving off toward the northwest. Well, more on our forecast coming up in a few minutes. Scott, back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Charges against the remaining 3 Baltimore police officers in the Freddie Gray case have been dropped. Today's decision announced at the start of a pre-trial motions hearing for Officer Garrett Miller, the next officer scheduled to stand trial. One officer was supposed to retire in September, another was scheduled for trial in October.
We are pissed about the decision of the trials and the outcome of all the trials that's happened here in the city. We are very proud of the prosecutors who handled the case and did their best to their ability.
25-year-old Gray died in April of last year, a week after he suffered a spinal injury while in police custody. His death caused national outrage and protests. The man who shot President Ronald Reagan is now heading home. A federal judge granting John Hinckley Jr. full-time convalescent leave from St. Elizabeth Hospital in Washington. Hinckley has been at that mental health facility since 1982 after being found not guilty of shooting Reagan by reason of insanity. During his first year of freedom, Hinckley must live with his mother in Williamsburg, Virginia. And after an assessment, he may live alone or with roommates within a 30-mile radius of Williamsburg. And he cannot speak to the media or set up any social media accounts. California declaring a state of emergency as firefighters work to contain the flames across the state. There are at least 31 large wildfires burning out west. More than 37,000 acres are burning in or near Los Angeles right now. And in the north, more than 3,000 firefighters have been deployed to battle a blaze in the Santa Clarita Valley. About 25% of that fire has been contained, and another massive fire dubbed the Sand Fire has caused the evacuation of 10,000 homes. Some evacuated residents were allowed to return to their homes last night.
I unlocked every door and I unlocked every gate so that the fire department or anybody that needed to come through to try to save this house.
With a haze of smoke hovering around the state, there's now a growing health concern for air quality across California. Officials there are worried about potential respiratory disease. The heat that has fanned the flames is not letting up. Forecasters expect temperatures to remain in the high 90s to triple digits until at least tomorrow. Still to come in your Suncoast News, vitamins and supplements for adults. The health risk associated with some dietary supplements that may have you rethinking some of what you're taking.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
I give you a leader, a great leader who can unite us as a nation and as a people, a leader who can break down the barriers and build a better future for every American.
Hillary Clinton claims the nomination. I'm Ray Collins, live updates from Philadelphia, and also our roundtable discussion.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Record-setting hot weather means your AC is working overtime to keep your home cool, which can lead to high bills. That's why we're bringing in the energy experts from Florida Power and Light Company. Watch ABC 7 News from 5 to 6:30 this Tuesday to get your questions answered during the FPL Ask the Energy Expert phone bank. From smart technology to free online tools, learn how to save energy and money only on ABC 7.
Come uncork your inner artist at Painting with a Twist. Bring your favorite bottle of wine and appetizers and enjoy an evening out with friends to celebrate any special occasion. It's perfect for a girls' night out, birthday parties, or a fun date night. Painting with a Twist offers 2 or 3 hour classes that are instructed by local artists, and there is no experience required. We now have 2 convenient locations in Sarasota and Bradenton. Visit our website to view our calendar and schedule your next party today.
Dog days of summer got you down? Beat the heat with huge summer savings during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. You'll feel cooler than ever when you drive away in a new Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999, or take home a stylish new Jeep Renegade for just $18,599. How about a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999? Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Florida Studio Theater presents The Roommate by Jen Silverman, now playing through August 7th. Brooklyn meets Iowa City when Sharon finds a sensible roommate, but it's far from what she expected. Don't miss what critics are saying is laugh out loud funny with unexpected turns and emotional depth. The Roommate is now playing through August 7th. Purchase tickets now by calling 941-366-9000 or visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
A new study by Consumer Reports outlines health risk associated with certain supplements. ABC 7's Alex Redmond joins us with more. Alex?
Thanks, Scott. Nutritional supplements are a multi-billion-dollar industry. Now, some certain ingredients, including red yeast rice, kava, and comfrey, are identified by an independent panel of doctors as being potentially harmful.
Jenny Patika is among the more than half of U.S. adults who take supplements.
I take a multivitamin and I take supplements on a daily basis.
Patika says she thinks there's a huge difference.
I feel like I have a lot more energy when I take supplements, and I'm just able to get through the day without any problems.
Now a Consumer Reports study finds 15 ingredients in numerous supplements such as coltsfoot, germander, and caffeine powder may pose significant health risks.
People who are taking vitamins and supplements are the ones who are perhaps deficient in certain vitamins, or perhaps their doctor had told them that they need to take a multi or say a vitamin D3.
SuperValue Nutrition owner Doris Shields has been in the supplement business in Sarasota for more than 39 years, and she says that she has never in all of that time seen somebody with a medical problem that's been caused by her supplements.
And I feel that it's a responsibility of the person coming in buying a vitamin or supplement. They should tell the salesperson that they are on certain medications, and if not, they should be reading the label.
Shields says SuperValue Nutrition supplement sources are reputable, and although not required by the FDA, many supplements have warning labels.
I do read warning labels, and I do try to make sure that whatever I take is something that's healthy for me.
Supplements used to treat macular degeneration were found to have health risks.
The original formulation called AREDS formulation actually had beta-carotene, which they found that actually increased the risk of lung cancer in patients who smoke.
Dr. Malley says in the follow-up study, AREDS 2, beta-carotene was removed and replaced with lutein and xanthium, just as effective.
And does not cause lung cancer, so that's the new formulation we have now.
Dr. Malley adds the most important thing is to do your homework and get a good education about the products you are ingesting inside your body.
So it's really important to ask your doctor, to do your own research online, and to look at any studies or any data you can look at to see, does this supplement work?
The health risks associated with the ingredients studied include organ damage, cancer, and cardiac arrest. But the severity of these threats often depend on other factors like pre-existing medical conditions and how much and the length of time a person has been exposed to the substance.
Well, let's talk more about this, Alex. Some people need maybe certain supplements. Mm-hmm. How can they stay safe if they do need those?
Well, there are people, absolutely, Scott, that do need supplements. Pregnant women are often advised by their doctor and prescribed supplements. Go get supplements. And there are other people that need vitamin D. Maybe they're lacking in sunlight. But the way to stay safe, as everybody seemed to say, was to read the warning labels and also do your own research online. The internet has opened up a huge window for people, and they can go and check themselves because everything is available to consumers as well now.
Okay, great. Alex, thank you so much.
Haley, the challenge, obviously, for ALS, the Ice Bucket Challenge. Let me know when.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, that was back in August of 2014. Bob Harrigan and Haley Wilgus accepting the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Nice job there, Bob. Live on our 6 o'clock news. Now, 2 years later, the ALS Association announcing a breakthrough from the money it raised with the viral challenge, which was more than $100 million. Some of that money helped fund a global effort to help find genetic drivers of the condition called Project Mine. Researchers have identified one of those genes connected to the disease. They say it will help them to develop new and better therapies. That would look like a good thing to do today, Bob, huh?
She did a lot better job than I did, I tell you that. I was screaming, and that was very ice-cold water. Well, today would have been a good day for some ice-cold water, because get a look at this. A record high today for the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport just came in from the National Weather Service. We eclipsed the old mark by 1 degree. It topped out at 97 degrees today. That's not a heat index either. That is the actual ambient air temperature. The heat index at one point was at 105 for us here. The old mark, 96, set back in 1998. The average, by the way, 90 degrees. So we've been running high, and that's a result of really some dry air in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing generally sunny skies, a few clouds this afternoon, and you can see the storms developing now across the area. Now, some heavy rainfall now occurring into Sarasota County, stretching off into Manatee County near Ellington Mall. But by far the strongest cell is this one right here, which is progressing to the west-northwest at around 10 miles an hour. It has been producing some occasional lightning strikes. Now Venice getting some rain. Inglewood just had some lightning strike there just in the last 10 seconds. And you can see more of it now near Nokomis, heading toward Palmer Ranch, and eventually places to the west. I-75, this is Clark Road. You can see the Bee Ridge extension. So we're getting some rain at Heritage Oaks right now. Some heavy rainfall moving into Laurel Oak, as well as Lake Sarasota. Lightning strikes occurring there, but not much at Siesta at this point. And Gulfgate area, not seeing rainfall at this point. However, that area is moving in that direction. And up near I-275 and 75 near the Ellington Mall, just north thereof, the showers are starting to move away from there as a result of this southeasterly flow. The atmosphere dry, but not too dry. When you get temperatures up into the mid-90s here during the summer months, it's hard to stop these storms from firing off, and that's what's happened this afternoon. Not much going on in the interior portions of our viewing area, like Hardy and DeSoto and Highlands counties. 103, that's what it feels like right now. The dew point 75, and the high today, well, here it is, 97 degrees. Again, the record high, 96, the old mark set back in 1998. No rainfall yet at the airport, and so far for the month, we're over 2¼ inches below average. 96 in Orlando, 89 degrees now in Miami. Temperatures pretty warm across the peninsula as a result of that lack of rain, widespread rainfall. Wauchula at 94, 93 in Arcadia, and 86 in Punta Gorda. Well, Thursday's forecast calls for near record-breaking highs again into the low to mid-90s. A chance for a few passing showers late in the day. Not everyone's going to get the rainfall. And it looks as though the forecast models tonight showing the rain and winding down after 9. Fair skies after midnight, and look for plenty of sunshine again tomorrow with more sunshine than clouds and limited shower activity tomorrow. Expect another very hot day with heat indices up near 100 to 105 degrees. Friday, though, we start to see that sea breeze develop. And with that sea breeze developing and a southeasterly component, we may see a little bit more action, and that will have a tendency to work its way back toward the coast late in the afternoon and evening. And that should have a tendency to be cooling us down a little bit more so over the weekend with those afternoon and evening storms prevalent. And, well, it's hot in Detroit and Toronto, too, 91 degrees both in those areas. Washington at 93 degrees and 90 in Albuquerque, 109 in Phoenix. Again, we're talking about the tropics. We have a system coming up possibly way out there in the Atlantic. Its name is Earl. We'll keep an eye on for you. We'll have more at 6 o'clock with this as where it may be heading, but it's a long way off. There's a 40% chance of developing in the next 5 days. For boaters, winds staying fairly light tomorrow. Again, out of the southeast, turning to the southwest in the afternoon. Water temperature steamy 91 degrees. And tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay. A high tide will be at 8:34 and a low tide at 1:46. The extended forecast does call for better chances for storms to cool us down over the weekend, but it should not be a washout by any stretch at this point. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. We have reports of a crash in, this looks like Palmetto, right at Palm Avenue at the intersection with Elm Street. It is causing a little bit of backup there along US 301. Tesla is moving forward with its plans to build a new factory in Nevada. The 2 million square foot facility is under construction in the city of Sparks. It will manufacture batteries for the Model 3 sedan. Tesla CEO Elon Musk says the factory itself is going to be a major innovation. He says that makes it even more important than the products it's creating.
Nevada is not paying for this facility. The 1.3 billion or so, which is the maximum tax incentive that Tesla could get over 20 years, so an average of like maybe $50 or $60 million a year, is a tiny fraction of what this factory's output would be.
The factory will employ 10,000 people. Tesla plans to start producing mass-market lithium-ion battery cells later this year. Goodwill Manitoba wants to make it easier for families with kids to get back to school. Goodwill Manitoba's major retail stores will offer a one-day back-to-school sale this coming Sunday. All clothes, linens, furniture, housewares, computers, and other items will be 50% off. Goodwill Manitoba says it wants to help make sure families and teachers have what they need before the new school year starts. The sale will run between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Entertainment news is next. Stay with us.
Reporting live from Philadelphia today, it's the Democrats' turn, and local convention coverage continues right here, bringing you live reports all week from the Democratic National Convention. ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Looks like we're getting another new neighbor.
Now you could be the millionaire next door. Play Monopoly Florida Edition scratch-off games with a top prize of $5 million. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month, complimentary maintenance included, at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
The actress who played TV psychic Miss Cleo has died of cancer. Yuri Del Harris played a Jamaican psychic in television infomercials. She died on Tuesday in Palm Beach of cancer. She was a struggling actress when the Psychic Readers Network hired her in the late 1990s to play Miss Cleo. She adopted her family's Jamaican heritage for the role. She was only 53 years old. Hollywood is hosting a benefit for the Pulse nightclub in Orlando. The event will be held August 19th in Los Angeles. The money raised will benefit the One Pulse Foundation. The club's owner established that foundation. She also plans to establish a permanent memorial for the victims of that shooting massacre. Pokemon Go just keeps going and going. App research firm Sensor Tower estimates the smartphone reality game has reached a new milestone of 75 million downloads. The app firm says that puts it in a class by itself for first-month mobile game downloads. Sensor Tower also says Pokemon Go is the fastest game to pass 50 million downloads, and it reached that milestone in just 19 days. If you're one of those voters who think the presidential candidates, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, are falling flat, you can always choose the Cat in the Hat. The Cat announcing his candidacy outside the childhood home of Dr. Seuss yesterday. His platform includes working with redfish and bluefish to address ocean conservation, working with the Lorax on the environment, and working with Sam I Am to address hunger. His running mates, Thing 1 and Thing 2. The Cat says he's even willing to release his tax returns. A group of retirement village residents are proving there's no age limit on viral stardom. The seniors at a retirement home in New Zealand created their own version of Taylor Swift's video, Shake It Off. 50 residents from the community participated. The spoof is almost a shot-for-shot remake of the actual video. It has received an overwhelmingly positive response online with nearly 80,000 views so far. I think that number is going to grow, though. Great idea. We'll be right back with more news and weather. Stay with us.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Civic for $174 and no down payment, just $174. Get great clearance deals now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.